Your passions change, and that's okay. And I think we accept that more instead of sort of being like good soldiers and just staying with the company. The big question you should ask is why? Like, why do you want to change your career? Now, are you getting FOMO? Are you looking to your friends to the left and to the right? Because that happens a lot. And you're like, oh my God, they're here and I should be there. I think we have to, a lot of times, be a lot more kind to ourselves. Because a lot of times we want to get to the finish line. And a lot of times you're like, oh my God, I'm 26 and this person's already a director. Don't do a knee-jerk reaction and panic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I need to do something right away and change right away. Just relax. A lot of times you're actually on that pathway already.
Yeah, you can use jealousy as a tool, as like a benchmark or a bookmark to like healthily remind yourself of where you are and where you can go.
It's like positive peer pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Dear Bree, I hope you are doing well. I came across your profile online and was so impressed by how you've been able to work your way up at your company in just a few years. I recently applied for a researcher job, and I noticed that's actually where you started at the company. If you have a couple minutes for a phone call this week, I would love to ask you a few questions about your experience. I think your insight could be really helpful for me as I'm looking to start my own career. Thank you, Simone.
Simone started the message focused on the other person and not them. Simone not only complimented the person on their career success so far, but she also made a direct tie to why she was reaching to this person specifically. The ask itself feels less demanding. Remember, the goal here is to get a response. You'll be able to ask for more in the actual conversation.
I'm seeing you worked in a sales position similar to the one we're chatting about today, but then you jumped into event planning. So what made you make that change?
I was in sales for a while, and I had felt that my career was plateauing a little bit and that I wanted to try new things. A friend of mine told me about their event planning job, and it sounded really interesting and like something I could apply my existing skills to. So waited for a position to open up, applied, got in, been there a year. I've learned a lot.
Seth identifies a particular reason why he originally left the industry and expressed his interest in trying something new. Not only that, but he draws attention to their growth over the last year in his current job, which should bode well in applying for this new role.
I feel like that's probably like the toughest thing for some people is like, hey, I've been in the same industry for years and I want to get into a new industry, maybe like the industry that you've been dreaming of since you graduated, got your degree, or since you started working. Like, how do you kind of convince that recruiter to be like, this person is qualified even though they've never done this thing?
Yeah, that's how you make that connection, right?
Yeah.
You've thought about those transferable skills.
Okay.
And so how have you been able to apply those learnings in a totally unrelevant industry into what you would be doing now?
So always consider your personal priorities that directly impact you. Do you have a family? This situation will likely impact your salary needs. It may cost more to feed a family of 4 versus a family of 2. And healthcare benefits may also be a requirement if you have a family. Does this job require you to travel? And are you open to that? And if the answer is yes, do you know how much travel is involved? Step back and evaluate the commitment of time and travel needed from you. Is this position remote, hybrid, or completely in person? And how far would you be willing to commute? A job that pays well but requires time commuting may not be worthwhile. If there is an opportunity that pays slightly less but allows you to save a lot of time by working from home. Do you have specific career and salary goals? And does this job opportunity meet or exceed those expectations? Once you've identified your personal priorities, it's time to rank them from most important to least important. Because the truth is, if your personal priorities don't align with the needs of this new position, it may not be the best fit for you.
Don't be afraid of what you don't know. Going into a new job, I think it's easy to be overwhelmed by the new environment, the new sort of experience, and be very kind of cautious about your approach to that conversation and that interview. But be upfront about the things you don't know. But couple that with the passion to want to learn the things you don't know.
Make sure to like and subscribe for more interview tips and tricks.